Hi, my name is Marc Belaiche. I'm president of TorontoJobs.ca. Thanks for watching this video. Today's topic is references, how to ask for them, what you need to know, and best practices for job seekers. Number one, make sure to clear your references that they will be available, how to reach them, and that they will provide a reference. So make sure to talk to your references, your previous managers, previous bosses, previous coworkers, and make sure that they will be available, they will be around, and they're not on vacation, and that they're happy to provide a reference for you. Number two, give your references your resume so they know what title and responsibilities you have indicated. In the past, I've seen it many times where references, I call references that a job seeker has given to me, and they give me a different title or a different position of what they were actually, what the job seeker was actually doing. So make sure to that your references know what title and positions and so on that you've had. Number three, provide your references to a potential job employer, even if they don't ask. So if you're going for an interview, make sure to have your references typed up on a piece of paper and give it to them in their hand. If it's a video interview and you're following up with them, make sure to include references that they can contact in an email, follow-up email. Number four, be responsive for requests. What happens a lot of times is we try to get somebody's references and they're not really giving them out. They're not being forthright about them. They're delaying the process. And that gives recruiters red flags that something may be happening that may be unusual that we should be aware of. So make sure to be very prompt and responsive to requests for references. Number five, give your references a heads up that somebody may actually be calling them. A lot of times what happens is we call an employer, we call a manager that's on a reference list by a candidate, by a job seeker, and that person doesn't know that person's looking for a job, that they gave them as a reference, so it comes as a surprise. So make sure to give that reference a heads up that they may be called. If you can actually zero in on exactly what time or what day somebody may be calling them, that is also very helpful. If you're just joining or you're just watching, these are my top tips on references as a job seeker, what you should do, how you should give them out, when you should give them, and so on. Confirm their information of your reference, their title, their name, their phone number, the correct spelling of their name, their email address, and so on. You want to be able to provide accurate information for references when you provide them to prospective employers. Next point is try to find out what the reference may say about you, good, bad, or otherwise. You don't want to be surprised giving out a reference that an employer finds out something that you didn't tell them. It could have been a project that went sideways. It could be something else. So try to find out some information from that reference, not just say, hey, can you be a reference? And I'm going to list your name as a reference for prospective employers. Next point is stay in touch with your references regularly, not just when you need them, but stay in touch with them on a regular basis, maybe every few weeks, maybe every couple of months. Let them know that you're still available and that you're still looking around. And the reality is sometimes one of those references might say, hey, you know what, like we left on good terms. I know what your work is. We actually have an opening back at the company, or I know somebody that might be looking for someone like you. So that's a good way of expanding your network and expanding your reach. Point number 9 is thank your references after they provided the reference. So email or phone call to them, thanking them that they've given the reference. That would be great. And then also letting the references know the outcome, that they got the job, also that you got the job perhaps. They might be excited for you. And the last one is be prepared to do credit and criminal checks. These are more common these days. They're pretty much fill out a form, attach a copy of your ID or a couple of copies of identification, and they will send that off to a third party that usually does the credit criminal checks within a short time, usually within a day at the maximum. So be prepared to do those credit and criminal checks. If there is something that you don't want the employer to know, or you're concerned that they may find out about something, let them know in advance, not after the fact. You don't want to have any surprises in the process. So overall, don't underestimate the importance of references. Be prepared with them. Make sure you have them ready, and that shows a better prepared candidate for a prospective employer. Again, my name is Marc Belaiche. I'm president of TorontoJobs.ca, and here's a few ways that we can help you out if you're in job search mode. Send us your resume to resumes@TorontoJobs.ca. You can also visit our website at TorontoJobs.ca and search and apply to positions online. Post your resume and sign up to job mail alerts so you have them. Join all our social media. We're on Instagram, and you should join them, find out what events are going on. We do have job fairs that come up, so you might want to be on that list to receive notifications of that as well. If you need some coaching, some help on your resume and so on, feel free to check out our website. We do provide coaching services. You can check it out at talesfromtherecruiter.ca. And on that website, you can also check out my book called Tales from the Recruiter. You can grab a copy of it from there as well. I would encourage you to do that. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're thinking about starting up your own business, if you're potentially have something that you want to grow, check out our sister division, Toronto Entrepreneurs. The website is TorontoEntrepreneurs.ca. Our upcoming Toronto conference and trade show, and you can perhaps network with some of the other business owners and entrepreneurs that are part of that community. So feel free to reach out to me. My name is Marc Belaiche. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm happy to connect with anybody. You can also call me at 905-812-5627, extension 2873. And feel free to send me your resume as well. I'd be happy to receive it. So feel free to connect with me, as I mentioned, and thanks for watching. And again, my name is Marc Belaiche, president of TorontoJobs.ca, and look forward to catching up with you next time. Thank you.